Okay, hey, um, oh, yeah. So the title of this is Girly Chat, but this conversation is going to be a little bit heavy because I don't really think people understand what underprivileged means. And I say that with confidence because it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things like it's an insult. No one wants to take the time to understand something that's insulting. So, yeah. But I grew up in a household in the South. They make sure that everybody understands what underprivileged means. You know what I'm saying? In the South, if you have family from the South, everyone who grew up in a Southern household is going to leave the Southern household understanding the meaning of underprivileged. Okay. This is like a lot. This is like something that's very debatable. And I'm not just talking about Black Southern culture, I'm talking about Southern culture in general. And the South, they're going to teach you what underprivileged means, the hard way or the easy way. You know what I'm saying? And that's where earlier I was talking about Southern Bells. That's where the Southern Belle comes from. Because it's like either you can go through the grit or be on the side helping constantly every single day of your life because you understand that the world is full of grit, you know? And that is very much the Southern culture. It's only two ways of this world. Either you're gonna be the grit or you're gonna be assisting the grit. There's no way outside of that. Understand? And so when it comes to like things that relate to privilege or like any of those things, it's like because I grew up in the South, I have something to say on every topic. You know what I'm saying? I do have something to say, and that's not always a good thing. Let me tell y'all this. I trust me. I learned that is not always a good thing. That I always have something to say. I really do always have something to say, and yeah. So I understand when people say like, especially growing up with a mom from the South, you are going to understand in every which way that your mother is struggling because in the South, struggle struggle is spoken about and it's heard and it's known. You can't struggle in silence in Southern culture. You can't you can't go in your room and cry alone. Um you can't do that. That's not something like in the South they're gonna be like they got guns in the South. They're gonna think like that's you. They're gonna think you're a school shooter in the making if you do that. You can't do that in the South. You know, you can't do that. There's no time to start alone. If you in the South, if you come to someone and you're like, "Oh, I've been thinking," that's you're automatically a weirdo. Like it's weird. Like in the South, it's either like, "Oh, we was talking, we were thinking, and we decided that," or it's in the moment like you did this to me and now I don't like you. But there's no, oh, I've been thinking about this a long time. I've been thinking. They're gonna be like, no, that's weird. That's really weird. That's like weird. Like in the South, you can't struggle alone. Like you really can't. And I struggle with that, coming to terms with the fact that Maryland isn't fully the South. Like we're not fully in the South when we're in Maryland. We're not. So, um, yeah, it's like in Maryland, I I realized first of all that I grew up the way I realized this about my upbringing is that I realized that I was behaving in a way where I didn't expect people to let me struggle alone. But best believe in Southern fashion, that was my mom teaching me about struggle in a way that I will never forget. I learned that when you're not in the South, people gonna let you struggle alone. They gonna leave you to it. They gonna leave you to your own devices. Best believe. I don't care. I don't care if they like wrote a contract, wrote it in blood. They gonna leave you to struggle by yourself. Okay, that's just something I had to learn. And it's not even like I'm not trying to say it in a judgmental way. I'm just like it's like it's just different because like so because I grew up with a Southern upbringing, but in a state that's not like 100% the South. I am. I always grew up conflicted. Like I always used to be the person who I would want to go in my room, and like when I was upset, I would want to have a moment to myself. I would need a moment to myself. Like in the South, that's the quickest way to die alone. So I had siblings, I had brothers, I had family. So even when I did go in the corner and cry alone, the way my mom would look at it, be like, "Oh yeah," like my mom would be so disappointed and dismayed if you allow someone to if you walk past someone who was crying or you didn't yeah. So like even when I went into my room and started crying, my siblings gonna knock on the door. My siblings gonna leave sticky notes on my door. They gonna leave a note for me in the kitchen. They gonna ask, you know what I'm saying? They gonna pull up, honestly. You supposed to that's having someone's back all the way around. You gonna pull up. You struggling, no matter what, you struggling, sis, we gonna pull up. And that's something that you only find in the South. That's only Southern culture, okay? In the North, they gonna talk about something. Are you struggling enough? They gonna ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Because they too think it's weird. You know what I'm saying? I say they, like I don't live here, but you know what I'm saying? This is why I say I get conflicted. I get conflicted, but it's like they gonna try to understand. They're gonna try to understand you. But to me, I feel like that's fake because I'm like I'm struggling. You understand struggle. You understand what the word struggling means. What is you asking? What is you asking? Like I'm struggling. How much am I struggling? It's still struggling, So yeah. It's and that's just a cultural difference. I understand, like I get the intentions, but in my book, it's just like once I hear someone is struggling, I don't care if it's like I don't care. And this is something that I know stems from Southern culture now. Like even if it is like the Queen of England crying and she says she's struggling, a Southern person is not gonna ask her for what. They're gonna be like, yes, this struggle is hard. You know what struggle is. Struggle is hard. There's no question about it. So yeah, and that's why like another thing, like going off of that, it's like another thing is like people don't realize it's like people I feel like people up here and I really this is what I get what people mean. Not uppity, this is snooty. People be snooty. They be trying to act like they not struggling as if people don't struggle every day. Like people struggle every day and you gonna walk around here acting like people don't know struggle. That's crazy to me. Like I really don't get it. Like that's so crazy to me. Honestly, that's really crazy. So yeah. And like thanks for the compliments on my top, by the way. It's like it's my very favoriteest one. My favoriteest one. And I know people are surprised, but it's like, how everyone you have that favorite thing that you throw in just to throw people for a loop. This is my favorite thing that throws people for a loop because normally I like fancy stuff. I like diamonds. I like lofts. I like what do you call it? Luxury apartments and you know what I'm saying? Like I like lodges and all those things. Normally that's what I like, but no. It's it's yeah. So to me, like when I hear, like for example, like when you hear about like a mom who's struggling, we in the North, I see why in the North struggling moms don't talk. Because in the North, you talk about struggle, people won't grill you. They're gonna ask you questions. And in the North, they're gonna be like, "Oh, of course, because everyone's struggling, so everyone's gonna ask because they want to know who's struggling more than who." Struggle is struggle. I don't think that people understand that here, and that's something I just realized is personally like what I grew up knowing, and that's just something that I can't shake. Like, no matter how much I understand the question, no matter how much I respond to the question, I find that the fact remains that struggle is struggle. So when you start asking me questions, it's only gonna make you more mad because it's only gonna remind you of your struggle. Like you're not gonna want to help. People will be like talking about it helps, and I'm like, You must not know struggle then. You must be one of the lucky people that don't know struggle. That's gonna be my sarcastic response. You must be one of the lucky people that don't know struggle then. Because yeah. So anyway, when people like I see why struggling mothers don't be wanting to talk, because people gonna get up in your business, and then because they're gonna be mad because you talking about struggle, the people up here, they're gonna be mad just because you talking about struggle, and because they know that your business and they mad, they're gonna like mess things up. In the South, if a mom says she's struggling, then she gonna get help regardless. She don't need to ask no questions. She don't need no alibis. She don't need none of that. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna help her, you know? Then once you get the help, then in the South, that's when you start asking questions, and that's when you find out who's who. When you start asking someone like, oh, you broke your foot, let me carry this upstairs, and then you carry it upstairs, that person, and you look up and that person standing on 2 feet, then that's when you start asking questions. And that's why in the South, no matter what, when you see someone with alibis, you know not to trust that person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or in this, like from my Southern culture, you realize that once you put in a position where you need to have an alibi, like you in the losing side. You on the losing side. That's how you know. And the South is very clear to us who's on the losing side, who's on the winning side. Because in the South, it's like, I don't know, it's real like people, it's really like in the South is real straightforward. It's real in your face. It's real straightforward, real in your face, real down to the bone, down to your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like Southern cooking. That's why y'all like Southern cooking. Cause it's food for the soul. In the South, that's in me. That's in my blood. I'm sorry. Like if you speaking to me, ain't no fluffy like kiki ha. Like that's the North thing. Kiki. Ain't nobody gonna kiki in the South. In the South, kiki, like if someone be like kiki, that's an insult. You know what I'm saying? In the North, it's an insult, but it's in a different way. In the South, people will be like kiki kiki, okay. In the North, people will be like kiki thinking they slick. You know what I'm saying? That's that slick stuff. Okay. And like in the North, people gonna be like, oh, there's two kind of slick. And the South, when it's slick, you know what's up. And that's just that on that. That's just the difference. So yeah, like in light of like all these people being on YouTube and like all this stuff posting, I get it. Like I really, honestly, objectively speaking, and this is why I feel like I should have. And this is me. I'm talking like I'm from the South now. Oh my God, I'm talking like I'm from the South with a Northern accent. Oh my God, someone should strike me down now. Like people be on YouTube so conflicted. I feel like I should be marketing because I'm willing to bet that most most subscribers are from the South. Subscribing to a YouTube channel at this point, I'm convinced, is Southern hospitality. You're not gonna find that everywhere. So I feel as though oh shoot, I might just post this on YouTube too. I feel as though if you watching someone's YouTube page, like just know that the South is behind them. In the YouTube, the South gonna know what's up. That's what I'm saying. The South, that's Southern thing. That's another thing that I can't jive with here. In the South, you gotta know what's up. People be in the North, people be around here talking about some, oh, I didn't know. In the South, people can be like, you didn't know? You didn't know? Like what? And like that's what I'm saying. The North is like it's South adjacent. You know what I'm saying? Of course it's the North, duh. But it's real South adjacent. You know what I'm saying? Like you like if someone's posting on YouTube and you ain't watched like in the South, if you know something, act like you know. If you know someone's posting their business all up on YouTube, why you not gonna get in their business? Like, and that's the sentence that only makes sense in the South because it's like they posting it for a reason. Like if someone's asking for your attention and you ignoring them, then that's weird. That's rude. Like no matter what, regardless, that's rude. Like yeah, the situation may call for rudeness, but no matter what, that's rude. Like I'm sorry, what? So yeah, it's like I don't know. I know y'all. I be heavy on YouTube, and that's just because I have a different story. I'm like. I feel as though now I can start talking to y'all as if y'all in a know or like starting real soon because I posted the backstory. I did the due diligence, laid the context down, kind of, sort of. grain of salt that joint. But I laid the context down because all my previous videos, y'all kind of know who I am. Y'all kind of know my personality. Y'all kind of get a gist. I mean, realistically, because it's the internet, I realize y'all more so get a gist of who I'm not than who I am. And I can't start showing y'all who I am until I get more interaction from y'all. That's why I love the comments. I love the interaction. I love the likes. I love the hearts. Because then I can show y'all who I am. But, I feel as though I post it. Oh, where's here? Is it in the South or the North? I know I shouldn't be talking like that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm from the South. That's how we talk. And I know, and like, people don't realize this, and that's what I'm saying. Like, is the problem these days? It's like people don't realize, like, they realize like something is like different about me, but then they don't know what it is, because I feel like people, because of like migration and all that kind of stuff, people don't like the line between the North and the South is no longer like as like flat out for real. So yeah, it's a lot of times people be like something like they be looking at me like, I get the double take, and that's because I be talking like I'm from the South but with a Northern accent. So yeah. And I can talk about that for hours. I could really go on about that for hours, because honestly, and I really fought myself, and this is like before I start talking about my YouTube page and all those things and my YouTube affiliations. This is just something personally that I fought for a long time. Like, I really struggled with this. I really tried to accept it. I really tried to put up with it. I really tried to sit around and like not say anything. Like, let people do their thing. Because in the South, you know what I'm saying, you gotta let people do their thing so you can scope them out. I really dislike the way people in the North be like using Southern culture, like be like, twisting Southern culture. And that's like part of the reason. That's part of the thing that motivates me to like makes me confident in keeping my Northern accent with my Southern vibes, because y'all be putting y'all Northern vibes all over Southern culture. So I'll understand like what the problem may be, that I'm talking with an accent that's from the North and I'm from the South. Like, y'all be wanting to put y'all tinge on everything. I'm putting the tinge on my Southernness myself. Like, and see, that's the Southern thing in me. Talking, having some spices in my purse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the South in me. So, yeah, like, people in the North be real quick to be like, they be talking on things like they know. And I just be like, and then I be hitting them with the Southern thing, like, "Oh, where your granny from? Where your da da da?" You can't say that. You can't say that up here. They gonna get mad. They gonna be like, "Oh, you getting in my business? You getting in my business?" That's what they be like. That's what they be like up here. Um. So yeah, and that's why I be telling y'all about my favorite YouTuber, Amber Martin, because she from the South, and I realized I didn't say this in my on my Facebook post when I was talking about like how much we had in common. She be posting videos like if I could like characterize her video in one sentence, her videos be like, that's what they be like up here, because she's Southern for real too. Like, she's Southern for real too. So yeah, she's like proper from the South. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, when I say from the South, I know y'all be having a certain kind of idea, picture of Southern girls, but like, she's like, no, like, she's proper. Don't worry. Like, anyways. So what I was about to say is, back to the whole YouTube thing. That wasn't really related. It probably is related somehow, but I can't. It's gonna come out later. But back to the YouTube, and like, that's what I'm telling you when I tell people like it's Southern hospitality that's keeping YouTube going, because I realize what the problem is now. But before I start talking about the problem, I'm going to tell y'all why I'm so damn interested in this YouTube thing. Okay, I posted the story time on my YouTube page. Go check it out. My page is little as in little, because I'm teeny and tiny. Lady as in me, because I'm real ladylike. And wavy, because ooh, I got body, I got curves, like Megan Thee Stallion said. So little lady wavy. Go check out my YouTube video. It's story time, my spring break in Barbados. Check it out. That's the background. That's the backstory about why I'm starting to YouTube. I'm gonna talk about it. That's what I was just saying. I'm gonna talk about it now that I posted a video. You know what I'm saying? It has over 5K views. I'm gonna start talking kind of like you already know that I posted the video, because you know what I'm saying. I don't want it to. I don't want to be. If I know something, I'm gonna act like I know. I know the video got 5K views. I'm gonna act like I know to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm only in the South to a certain extent. um. So yeah, ooh, test if I'm lying. I'm about to tell the story true, perfect. So I'm about to tell the story. Call my bluff, daddy, call my bluff. Um, 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 yeah. So the reason why I'm so interested in YouTube is because whenever I speak to people, I told y'all, like, I don't think I mentioned this in the video. Apparently, I remind people of YouTubers. Like, growing up everywhere, like, people have been telling me I remind them of YouTubers. Like, I remind them of so and so, and not really in the way I look. 'Cause when I tell you I look toe up growing up, like, I look toe up. Like, y'all don't really want to see I look toe up. But like, by the things I say, like the way I speak, like they be like, no, you really got it. People used to look at me weird, like talking about something like, oh, I really got a YouTube personality, all those kind of things. So I didn't know what they were talking about. Like, I couldn't understand really what they were talking about. And I realized it's because, like, and this is what I just came to the realization of now. It's like, we both got the South behind us. We both and we act like it. You know what I'm saying? YouTubers, that's why I'm willing to guarantee that most of their subscribers is from the South or of the Southern hospitality descent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I am. So now I understand what it is, and I feel like, low key, I feel like that's what that girl Amber was trying to say. Like, because she proper, you know what I'm saying? And from the South, people that's probably the reason why people call her a YouTuber. And like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I know y'all saw like the title of my video earlier, like talking about Ivy League. So I'm a little bit proper myself too. So yeah, and I got the South behind me. So that's what it is. But like, I realized that we both couldn't really, well, at least for me, I couldn't really pinpoint it or put it into words until now, because it's like, I realized ain't no way that is people above the Mason-Dixon watching YouTube. Like, it just ain't no way. Ain't no way it's people above the Mason-Dixon or like past the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in the Midwest ain't nothing to do but watch YouTube. Best believe. So you're not going to find Californians. I bet you they don't watch YouTube like that. I bet you they glance at it at best, but they ain't in the know. It's the Midwest and below the Mason-Dixon that's really watching the YouTube videos with me. And I realize it's like my Southern hospitality that's going to get into other people's business enough to be watching YouTube videos my damn self. So yeah, that's just what I just realized right now. And so tell me why that's why I don't think people realize, like, the Caribbean culture is real similar to like Southern culture. Like, it's real similar to like Southern culture, to the point where like a lot of people from the South be tracing like the linguistic roots to the Caribbean. And that's actually a huge thing. If y'all want to get real Southern and real into it, a lot of people be tracing their roots back to the Caribbean and not Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ever had a friend, and this is only a Southern conversation. Y'all ever have a friend, and this is only for my Black people. Y'all ever have a friend be like, bitch, I'm Spanish, not African. You know what I'm saying? That's what they talking about. You don't know that's what they talking about, but that's what they talking about. So yeah, it's just like, yeah, that's today's realization. Like, y'all should hire me to do y'all marketing and analyze that, because I just figured it out. And actually, no, pause. Amber, and I know she don't know me from a bag of I don't know if I'm a stack of hay, but I don't know what to say. But um, that's what, together with the help of Amber Martin, and I'm gonna say her full name because she definitely deserves credit for this, because I was watching her videos and this is what made me think about this. Like that's the thing. That's the thing about YouTube. I know who the YouTube is marketed towards and marketed it for. I know who the YouTube fan base is now, because she, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go check out her page so y'all can know what I'm talking about. But like, together, that's what we figured out. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? And YouTube, like that's just how it goes. Like, I don't want to say like we family now, because that's another thing that they be doing on YouTube that's real Southern. They just be like, oh, we family now, and like that's what I'm saying. I grew up with the Southern upbringing, so it's like I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference between, like, because in the South when they say we family, you know, they mean that like 110%. Like they gonna just be walking in your business any which way. And YouTube, they be saying it like, yeah, we on the platform. You know what I'm saying? We all a part of the YouTube umbrella. So it's like we family in that sense. Like we all under the same umbrella. We all under the same family tree. You feel me? But yeah, yeah, and that's what I was just saying. That's why I get why YouTubers be confused and conflicted in their videos, seemingly whether or not to talk about their struggles or not, because they don't know who may be watching that part. They don't know if it's somebody who's going to like be getting their business and be mad, or if it's someone who's just going to listen and like, you know what I'm saying? So I get it now. I really do. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. I love the interactions. I love the comments. Let's see what more I discover.